Hello and welcome to a video with me, Raindell, and today we'll be taking Winter Vinera into Arena, fighting two specific team comps. So right now in Arena, there is a lot of magic teams and a lot of missile teams, and those missile teams frequently feature Frederica and Niv'Lu. They're kind of everywhere. So we'll be doing a very specific build where we have a lot of lightning resistance on Winter Vinera and then also pretty decent magic resistance. So we can tackle those missile gunners, lightning missile gunners, and then any kind of magic support that they have. So that's what we'll be leveraging. I won't do a full review on Winter Vinera because I've already done that in the past, and you can just go take a look at that video if that's what you want. So let's jump in and take a look at our team. Alright, so let's take a look at our team composition here. And the way we're built is we are banking on two different things from Winter Vinera to survive. The first one is going to be especially useful against lightning units like Frederica and Niv'Lu that are frequent in battles right now, and that's lightning resistance. So we do have 42 defense, 5000 HP, that's good against physical attacks in general, but also, while we have some missile weakness, we have 42% resistance to lightning. So that means if we're taking hits from those Fredericas, we're actually reducing their damage quite a bit. We also have quite a bit of magic resistance, so that means if we're getting hit by Sakura or other mages, and we have the magic resistance buff up, that gives us another 38, so we'll be reducing this damage quite a bit. So with those dual resistances, we're hoping to tank out the enemy hits for a while, and then deal some damage back with our Demon Purger. So we are running Pugilist. It's very strong, but we took out Pugilistic Mastery because otherwise she'll be casting that instead of magic resistance, and I prefer being alive to not being able to hit the enemy, even though it would be stronger if we were to hit them. Then we're running Shikuchi because we want to get in range for a Taunting Blade early to protect our Viktora, and also Providence of Lightning for the lightning and magic resistances. So that's the way the build is. Golem provides us with some more defense and Man Killer, but also lightning resistance, so that's all part of the deal here. Then we have our Assassin, and she might end up dying a lot. She's a little bit too fast for our team, but I needed her to have bells. And the thing is, she's going to be flanking from the right side, and hopefully if she survives for long enough for Winter Vinera to get hate, she's going to be in the back of the enemy team, just killing everybody. But she might die quickly, and in that case, it'll be up to our two Earth units to clean up. So we'll see how it goes. Just quickly, she has all her Dragoon abilities and Thief abilities enabled. They're all pretty good. And then I'll go over her stats if you want to do something similar in terms of build. We're running Attack up, Magic Resistance up, then Man-Eater on physical attacks. So those two people are going to be hitting extra hard. Then we have Kilphe as a Spellblade as well, because they might be trading aggro between her and Winter Vinera, but also because Spellblade allows her a different attack pattern, which is interesting, and I don't really want her to stop and begin healing in this team. It's not a team that's made for prolonged fight. Now, Kilphe is pretty strong against physical attacks as well, with 38 defense and 4000 HP, and her physical barrier on top, and she also has a pretty decent lightning resistance, although not as high as Winter Vinera. So that's what we'll be leveraging, and her magic resistance is pretty high as well. So with the magic resistance buff, she actually goes all the way to 60%, which is decent. So this is what the team looks like. Now, let's find a matchup. Alright, so for this battle, we have two lightning ranged attackers, so we're really strong against those, and then Winter Vinera on the enemy team, so it's a Winter Vinera showdown. I'm still feeling rather good about our odds in this fight here because we will not have our Viktora get killed too early because they won't be able to hit us with two gunners right from the beginning. Only one of them is going to be in range to hit us, and that's Niv'Lu. So that's pretty good, although she almost takes us out in one hit, so the amount of damage she does is pretty impressive. So at that point, we get hate on our own Winter Vinera, but that means that in exchange for that, we had to give up our AP. So now she's low on AP, but she's going to be tanking a couple hits for us. And Niv'Lu hits her only for basically half the damage that she did on Viktora. So lightning resistance coming in handy here, because Niv'Lu is a pretty hard-hitting target. And now that our Viktora is safe, thanks to the Taunting Blade, we can just go around and keep killing all their team. And here, the move 4 from Vinera was really key, because it's what allowed her to get in range for a Taunting Blade right in her first turn. So that one went pretty damn well. Okay, so we are fighting Frederica, Lucia, and Winter Viktora. And here, the idea is we should be able to take the brunt of their attacks pretty well. But Lucia is somewhat scary because both of our units are Earth type, and they might just be killed by her Earth Killer, in addition to the element disadvantage. But as long as we don't give her enough time to keep hitting our guys, we should be in a pretty good shape. So our Viktora goes pretty far forward, which means she's going to be taking hits from, I believe, Lucia and and Winter Viktora. So that just might take her out. Okay, but it seems like Lucia isn't in range, so that is a lot better, because now we'll have at least one turn to attack. And we managed to confuse the enemy. That's really convenient for us, because she'll now be hitting her own teammates for a while. Although her attack is really low, I would have expected her to deal a little bit more damage. And then you can tell Lucia does a ton of damage. That was 4,000, while Frederica barely hits. So that's definitely not looking good. So Lucia's really strong against Winter Vinera because of her defense penetration, and then her Earth Killer. So that's really what played us there. And while Kilphe can do a lot, Lucia will probably be able to take her out afterwards, because she just has so much damage against Earth units. So we survive that hit, but can we take her out before she acts again? That much I doubt. There we go. So we end up losing the battle because of the really high damage from Lucia on Winter Vinera, and that's one of her weaknesses. You can use her to fight lightning gunners, but not Lucia. Avoid her at all costs. Alright, and this time, Frederica, Niv'Lu, and Creysse. That one's not very scary to me, because they don't have any real carry that is not a lightning type, so they should have a lot of trouble taking out our Earth-type frontliners. And basically the way our team works is they will be targeting Winter Vinera for a while, and then Kilphe will be in range to take the rest of their offensive. So, and it's going to be very hard for them to take out Kilphe, so that's looking pretty good for us. So, Viktora has innate missile resistance, so she takes quite a few hits and still isn't going down. So the enemy team used a lot of their AP there to take her out, but their AI is keeping them backwards, so that's not good. That means they'll have time to recover before the rest of our team comes into range. I would have preferred if they had gone over the wall to come and hit us, but the way it is right now, it's going to take us a while before we get to them. Fortunately though, they're in range to just auto-attack us, which means that Frederica did not get the chance to use bells, and that's critical because she would be using AoE attacks instead. And then you can see how strong Kilphe is. Her Taunting Blade one-shots Frederica, and then we have hate on Winter Vinera, so they're just going to keep hitting her as long as they can, and they don't really have a way of taking her out. She has too much defense for them. So she misses an attack. The enemy team has a little bit of evasion gear, so that's why this happened. I'm a bit sad though, because I would have wanted to see the damage from Winter Vinera, but it seems like she's just missing everything. Still, we win. We didn't take nearly as much damage as Viktora did on those two units, so they were able to just take enemy attacks for a while and then go through. lightning resistance really coming in handy here. Alright, here we'll be taking our team against a slightly different enemy team, but their carry is still lightning based and then magic based. So since we have a pretty decent magic resistance with the magic resist buff and also we have lightning resistance, we in theory have a shot against them. What I'm afraid of is our Viktora getting killed before having the chance to attack the enemy team, especially since if she's attacking Warrior of Light, it will take her quite a while before taking him out. So let's see how it goes. Also, we don't have a lot of accuracy with the current setup, so a buff like Illusion can mean trouble for us. So here we go, and I'm kind of happy because their Warrior of Light is not running jump up, so that might give Viktora a chance to hit somebody else. So there we go, Snipe Dagger on Orlandeau. That didn't really do much, and now she's almost dead, so not the best move from her. Now our other guys are in position to get attacked, and we're taking the limit break from Sakura. That will take out our Viktora, but it should not do that much damage to our Winter Vinera, who's very strong against magic as well with her magic resist buff. And that's something I like about her, is if you're targeting lightning physical attackers and then magic attackers, she's kind of resistant to a lot of the damage from the enemy team. We were very unlucky that they landed their stop on her, but otherwise she would be taking a turn now and just attacking along with Kilphe. Although her being stopped means that her buff of magic resistance never expires, so I guess that part could be seen as some sort of an advantage. Now Kilphe is just going to clean up, and okay, eventually she gets another turn and finishes Warrior of Light. And here the dual aspect of her defenses really came in handy, lightning and magic. Okay, so this enemy team has Winter Vinera, again on the enemy team, and then two mages. Similar to last time, as long as we get our resistances up, we might have a shot. The only difference here is they're running Halloween Little Leela with magic penetration, and that can be a major issue for us because she has the type advantage and then some magic penetration, so she's going to be able to hit Winter Vinera and Kilphe through their resistances. So that's pretty scary. Hopefully they will not, she will be in healing duty because we do enough damage to keep her healing, and so she won't have a chance to AoE our team to death. That or Viktora can possibly one-shot her, but with Raryu's TMR, she has to be killed twice, so that's kind of an issue. Also, they're running Vow of Love, so their Winter Vinera has the ability to just force us to hit her. Which is what happens here. So otherwise we would have gotten a kill on the Halloween Little Leela. But as it stands, we're actually in trouble because we're in AoE range and she's going to take a pretty good hit on us. So her attack does half of Kilphe's HP. And then we're resistant against magic, but not especially against her own attacks. So that's going to be a lot of damage on us. At that point, I'm pretty scared for the rest of the match because there's no way that we'll kill Halloween Leela twice with the time we have left. So there we go, Taunting Spell takes one of them out, and then I believe she begins casting Full Life, which is not great. It's a really powerful ability. And honestly, I could probably make my team better by running Halloween Little Leela because she's just such a dominant unit, but I want to avoid using her because it's kind of the easy way out, right? I could feature her in every single team and she would probably make them stronger. So in the end, she ends up carrying this team pretty hard on the enemy side. Alright, so you've seen our team work well, you've also seen some of its weaknesses, and typically those weaknesses are really wind units, because we're running a lot of earth units to counter lightning, so naturally wind is going to counter earth. It's kind of an issue that Halloween Little Leela is so present in those fights, because we just got a brand new magic tank that's really cool, but the main magic carry that's in the game right now is still very strong against her. So she's not a true magic tank in that sense, but she's really interesting still. She does a lot of damage if she gets in range to hit, And then she's also pretty bulky against quite a wide variety of attacks. So thank you so much for watching. Leave me your comments below. I'll be trying different builds with Winter Vinera, and I might make some more videos of her because there's just so many different things that she can do. But I thought it would be interesting to show a build that counters what's basically everywhere in Arena right now. So gunners with lightning missile attackers, because Frederica is still the cornerstone of most gunner teams. So that's it. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more of those videos. It will make it more likely that they show up in your feed. And thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.